welcome to our very first episode of Catching Up with Katie. I'm Katie Petrunyak. We are here at Wallace Station. It's a beautiful day in the bluegrass, a little bit cold, but I am so excited to be here with Walker Hancock, president of Claiborne Farm, and Will Levis, starting quarterback for the University of Kentucky football team. It's going to be great to catch up with you guys. How are you doing today?
Doing really well.
Great day.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Will is the true Kentuckian of the group with his AL8. We were unprepared. Well, I like it.
Been here less than a year, but I'm trying to embrace it, you know.
Yeah, so. You got the whole culture down already. I love it. So, of course, we're talking about the N.I.L deal that was announced earlier this month between Will and Claiborne Farm Stallion, War of Will. It's the first partnership of its kind between a thoroughbred farm and a collegiate student athlete. So there's so many cool implications for the thoroughbred industry that I want to talk to you guys about. Will, I'll ask you first. You came here last year. When you first came here, we're starting to think about these N.I.L deals. Did you ever picture yourself in a partnership like this with the thoroughbred stallion?
Well, not really. I mean, when the deals and when the opportunities first came about last summer, I wasn't really too involved in the space, and I didn't want to put too much time and effort into it. But after the season, when I kind of was able to digest kind of how the landscape of the deals were going, I made sure I got a team around me of people that smarter than me, thankfully, and were able to think of deals like this, which made sense, which I don't know if I would ever been able to think of, but luckily we were able to make it happen, and obviously it's paid dividends, and I think that it's just been so great how much attention we've been able to get Walker and Claiborne, not only them, but just the industry in general, because it's just so pertinent to Kentucky's economic success, and it's just to bring eyes to the industry and to bring eyes to the people that are a part of it has been really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And Walker, from your angle, how did this whole idea come about for you guys?
So it came, one of my best friends works for the University of Kentucky football team, named Josh Estes-Wall. He's one of the offensive guys. Will probably knows him pretty well. Mm-hmm. But when this whole NIL scene came about last summer, when it became legal, I guess, he called me up and was like, hey, you got to figure out a way to involve your farm with one of our players. And we tossed around ideas. It was kind of an ongoing conversation. And then when guy Ryan Maxwell, who represents Will, reached out to me and said, hey, I represent Will Levis. You have a stallion named War of Will. I think we should try and work something out. I was like, yes, that's right. This is what we've been waiting for. Yes. And it's actually it's kind of been a perfect synergy of our brands and what we were looking to do. And it's worked out really well so far.
When we were looking around, it's crazy just kind of how organic it was and just how perfect. Because when we were looking for the deal, and we just knew how perfect it made sense from just an industry standpoint and being who I am, the Kentucky quarterback. But when we were going through the Stallion catalog, seeing the name War of Will,
it's too perfect.
It's just like, all right, well, we got to make that work.
Yeah, and it worked out well because his first foals are just now hitting the ground. So it's always good to try and help advertise those, to try and get some more seasons sold in the second season. As you know, it's one of the harder ones to sell. Yeah. So it just really worked out well.
Whether it's Division I or Grade I, top athletes have certain traits in common: speed, strength, class, versatility, and most of all, willpower. Claiborne Farm Stallion, War of Will, was a Grade I winner on both dirt and turf. Now, his first foals are taking the field.
Well, I saw the first commercial. It looks so good. You guys should be really happy with it. What was that experience like to be in that commercial?
It was my first time ever really having a camera on me like that. Wow. And having to like repeat lines. It gets kind of monotonous and annoying, but I mean, it's cool because I think I did a pretty good job for my first time.
Yes.
But you need to have those experiences if you ever want to get better at that kind of stuff. So I mean, I think hopefully if my career pans out the way that I want it to, there'll be other opportunities for stuff like that. So for that to be my first time doing it, it was really exciting, and how the agency kind of put us through the process of how to do the commercial. I was in and out of there in like an hour. I was very surprised. So I mean, it was put together really well, and it was just a smooth process. Yeah.
You're such a natural. You'd think you'd been doing that for 7 years. Had you ever been around horses at all before, or was War of Will like your first interaction?
Well, I mean, the only closest I'd been around horses wasn't until I got here. So like when we were talking earlier off camera about how I had taken a tour at Keeneland, which is the local racetrack here when I first got here, and I was able to go back and look at some of the horses in their stables, and that was the first time I was really up and close, and I was kind of just like took my breath away. I was like, wow, like just beautiful creatures, majestic, like amazing, and that's what kind of piqued my interest. And then, but to see War of Will and to just learn about him, and obviously having done the deal, and then after the fact meeting him in person for the first time, that was really, really cool. And it's I feel like I got a little piece of him, you know. I got a little piece of partial ownership in him, you know. So just to have a horse that I can actually kind of be directly related to is cool. So.
And he's so gorgeous.
Oh
he's
my gosh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
So what have been the reactions from people like Walker, from breeders, and?
I mean, it's honestly been incredible, the reaction that we've gotten. The tweet that we sent out alone has over 500,000 impressions.
Oh, it was exploding
I mean,
that day.
It literally went viral. And it was cool to see the other outlets that aren't necessarily in the horse racing industry pick it up, and how much traction it gained there. Like people saying like how cool it was, or unique, or like only in Kentucky can this happen.
Yes.
Which I think the university should definitely. That's a recruiting tool right there. But no, it's been cool, and you know we're always trying to find like new fans. You know, and when we can cross sports like this, get football fans maybe more focused on horse racing, watch football. It's just kind of works out really well for both sports, and you know we're just really pleased with the reaction, and you know, like I said, it's really gone well so far.
I think that's what's made this deal so exciting, is because just the amount of eyes that we've been able to get on both Walker and Claiborne, and then myself in Kentucky. But then just with the uniqueness of it, you're getting not just the eyes of the people in the horse industry or Kentucky football fans involved. You're expanding the possibilities of new fans to brand new demographics because of the uniqueness of the deal, and just the amount of outlets and people that picked up on it. Because it's, regardless of if you have no interest in horse racing or football, it's still a cool story to read about. So it's
usually
it's really smart.
Usually when horse racing news goes viral, it's for the wrong reason.
Exactly.
So it was actually nice for horse racing news to go viral for you know, like a positive kind of fun story.
So much fun. And so you're from Connecticut, Will, and played at Penn State. So I'm assuming you didn't have much exposure to horse racing before you came here.
Not at all.
It seems like, the way you're talking, it seems like you've worked in the industry for years. Like you seem like you're kind of getting a passion for it.
I mean, I still have a lot to learn. I'm still very surface level knowledge of the sport and the industry, but I mean, I'm going to keep dipping my feet in and learning as much as I can about it, because it's so interesting, and there's a lot of money in it too. So I mean, if you want to make some money, like that's not the main, I guess, reason behind my interest. But it's just, while I'm here, you can't get this like you can here anywhere else. So you got to take advantage of it, you know.
Yeah, I got to embrace it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Only the University of Kentucky.
Exactly. Well, you're telling me your summer schedule earlier, and obviously you have a ton of free time in the next couple of years, but like somewhere on down the road, could you see yourself getting further involved in racing?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
awesome.
that it's definitely something I want to continue to keep myself involved with in one way or the other, but I don't know to what extent I'd be involved with it, but just going to continue to learn about it and keep just having a passion for it.
Have you been out to Keeneland?
Yeah. I was able to go once in October, and then a couple weekends ago I went as well. So It's cool to kind of get. It's funny. You mentioned I went to Penn State. Like, you go out as a college student at Penn State, it's kind of like you can wear sweatpants or you know, a sweatshirt to wherever, but Keeneland, you see all the college students out there dressed to the nines, and I love it. It's like I like getting dressed in sweats and t-shirts, shorts whenever I can, but there's also nice times to go out and kind of show off a little bit. So I like that part of it.
That's
at least.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Keeneland's unique, like the pageantry that you see when you go out there. And people are always excited to be at the races, dressed up. They get that summertime dress on, and no matter the temperature, they're gonna wear it. But,
exactly. That was me on Saturday. Yeah. Walker, tell me what you see as far as the future with the other future partnerships that could happen between these stallion farms and
like I said,
athletes.
this one's gone so well that I hope maybe other farms will continue to maybe look into this, go down this avenue as well.
Yeah.
It's been a huge benefit for War of Will, and the farm, like I've said, it's got a lot of great publicity, and that's the kind of stuff that we need to push our industry forward and maybe shine a better light on our sport. But yeah. Like I said, this is so brand new. We knew we were kind of taking a leap of faith when we did it. We didn't really know what to expect, but it's exceeded our expectations thus far.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy too. I can't wait to see the other commercials that are coming out right this summer. Will we have a couple more?
Yeah, we got a lot of footage. So
Yeah.
this one that he did the other day was just focused kind of on foals because they're just now being born and stuff.
Right,
but,
cool.
Yeah, we'll probably use some other footage and make some couple new ones maybe towards the fall.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I wanted to go a little bit of a different route for one question, because you both come from families that excel at what you do now. Obviously, everyone in racing knows the Hancock family, and well, your father and grandfather and other family members played college football. So when you're thinking about the success that you guys have had so far in your career, how does that family legacy tie into the success you've had?
I think that for me, it's kind of like when you grow up in a football family, or you grow up in a family that throughout the years has had people that have played that sport or been involved in that industry. Sometimes you feel like you're kind of forced into it. But I think with my family, I was very blessed to have an environment where nothing was really forced upon me. And football is just something that I was naturally able to learn about and grow and love. And while there was no really pressure on me to play football, it is kind of cool to look back and see the success of previous people in my family who have played football. And it just gives me motivation to make them proud and to kind of, like, I grew up always hearing from my parents, everything that you do reflects our family name, and I want to make sure that I'm giving my family a good reputation, you know. So it's just trying to do my best to make my family look good, I guess.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
That's a really good answer. Just what he said. No,
Yeah.
no, but one thing that's kind of struck me when he was talking there was his dad or whatever didn't push you to play football, and my dad did the same thing for me, but for the horses. He kind of let me play sports growing up. You know, I enjoyed going to the foaling barn and doing things on the farm, but it wasn't like every Saturday morning I had to go muck stalls or something like that, because I'm sure if he pushed me towards that, I might have got not burned out, but you know, I might have resented it a little bit.
For sure.
So I got to be a kid and grow up, and it just so happened that I found a passion for it, and I'm really lucky and blessed that I'm in the position that I'm in, and thank you. And and just like he said, trying to make your family proud and keep it going. Like, I'm 5th generation horseman, 4th generation to run the farm, so there's definitely some pressure to keep it going, and I'm just trying to do my best at that.
No, that's really cool, because you guys are from totally different worlds, but you know, you have that same
still similar
same
in
lifestyle.
how we were brought up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, I couldn't sit down with Will Levis without asking a little bit about football. So the blue and white game was earlier this month. What were your takeaways from that?
It was great. It was a great culmination of kind of our whole spring and the process that we've gone through with the new offensive coordinator, with the new offensive line coach, and a couple other coaches across the board. There's always that constant change in the staff for any program in the country. So not everything's going to be the same. We know that. Obviously, new guys and new positions. So in the beginning, it was a little rocky, but we were able to just smooth it out. And I think that by the end of spring, we were really comfortable and really proud with where we were. Yeah. And I think that it's only going to get better throughout the summer as we continue to kind of just hit the weight room, hit the runs, and do all the stuff off the field as players, just to get better camaraderie and just get better connectedness between us as an offense, at least. So I'm excited for it.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait. Yeah. I've only lived here for 6 years, but I'm a big Cats fan. And I feel like this year more than any other year I can remember, there's just like so much talk and so much hype about football season. Do you get that vibe just with coaching staff and teammates?
Yeah. I think that it's kind of natural. When you have a good season, the fans are into it and the fans are all excited about it. And it's our job to kind of keep playing well so that excitement stays there. So we know that. And I think that Big Blue Nation is great as a fan base as anyone in the country.
Absolutely.
Especially what I saw at Penn State. They're just so crazy over there, and I didn't think that anything would compare until I got here. And it's right up there with them. So we love them. The fans are really what drives the excitement and it drives the momentum of the program and the school. And we just got to keep making them proud.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's so perfect about this NIL deal is this college town is everyone here just loves their sports and loves their athletes so much. So it's just so perfect to have all this. But
we don't have a professional sports team. We have college athletics and we have horse racing. So
it's perfect.
Yeah, it really
awesome.
is.
Well, thank you guys so much for chatting with me. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is cool. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Well, thank you all. See you next time.